You're watching 48 Fastcast.
All right, L701, welcome into our 48 Fastcast. A beautiful start to our day. Sunrise kind of glistening over in Decatur there. So yeah, not a bad start at all. Some fog out there, some rain in the morning, early hours, but most of it really cleared.
Yeah, it looks like it's still a nice day to get started, get out to work or school, wherever you might be headed this morning.
We've come a long way in the past 2.5 hours. We had a lot more rainfall earlier for areas east of I-65. Now we're down to just one little shower, and that's in DeKalb County, well south and west of Fort Payne. It's about to cross right over Interstate 59. Now, that doesn't mean all of you have the easiest morning commute on this Wednesday morning. Some of you west of Interstate 65 that saw the heavy rain, you've got dense fog to deal with. I'll just move that because my name got in the way there. But out just north of Collinsville, that is the last lone shower. We are not done, unfortunately. There's a small chance of seeing a stray shower through about noon, but we're back to that just usual repetitive summer pattern. Warm temperatures in the mid-80s, high humidity. Inevitably, by the afternoon, early evening, we'll start to see some widely scattered downpours and storms developing. In parts of Middle Tennessee, we've got some dense fog, as well as northwest Alabama. Saw a record-breaking rainfall day yesterday. With all that rain we saw through the morning into the early afternoon, temperatures at the moment in the upper 50s to mid 60s.
This is your 48 First Alert Road Report, sponsored by Bankston Motorhomes.
All right, there is a car fire in Sardis City. So this is on Alabama 205, affecting both the north and southbound lanes at Ross Drive. I'll zoom in there so you can kind of see that. Just be aware if you're traveling through there. We do have a lane blocked in the area. A live look at the Huntsville Metro. Traffic's starting to pick up on University Drive. They're also on Governor's Drive in both directions. Your drive times right now are still looking pretty good. Meridianville to Huntsville will take you about 25 minutes. Hampton Cove to Huntsville will take you about 11. Jonathan.
All right, thanks, Gina. A Hartselle man is accused of throwing a container of buttermilk at a woman before punching an officer in the face. Our media partners at the Decatur Daily say that when officers tried to remove Austin Wright from a home, he got upset after his mom drove by and told the officer about his alleged use of drugs and dislike for police. Wright is then accused of punching a police officer in the face before attempting to run off. He was quickly arrested and taken to the Morgan County Jail on an assault charge. A Colbert County Sheriff's deputy rescued a woman from rising floodwaters yesterday. This happened on 6th Street near Leeton. Our media partners at the Times Daily report the deputy helped that woman escape by opening her back passenger side door after her car got stuck in mud and water. Parts of the show saw a lot of rain yesterday. Also this morning, Hollywood town leaders in Jackson County have passed a new ordinance aimed at punishing semi-truck drivers who brake too loudly in the city. The ordinance highlights that town officials have received numerous complaints about loud braking. Truck drivers who violate this ordinance could be fined or even spend a few days in jail. No word on how this ordinance will actually be enforced.
A Marshall County man will spend the next several years in prison after pleading guilty to being responsible for a drug-related death. Alex Hollingsworth was convicted of providing someone with cocaine laced with fentanyl in 2022. That person later died. This was one of 5 fentanyl-related overdoses reported in Marshall County in early 2022, 2 of which were deadly. Hollingsworth pleaded guilty and received a 20-year prison sentence. Well, even though the water is back flowing in Ardmore, a boil water advisory is now in effect. People in the city are urged to boil their water for at least 3 minutes before drinking it. Ardmore Water Department officials say they figured out what went wrong and they're working on a long-term fix to prevent issues in the future. Leaders are teaming up with the Tennessee Valley Authority to help those who still don't have water to drink.
TVA has always been a major partner in, with our area, with economic and stuff like that. And TVA has been going to donate bottles of water to bring up here. So we're bringing bottled water up here today from TVA, our partnership with us.
Ardmore High School and Cedar Hill Elementary School students are back in the classroom today after their classes were canceled yesterday.
Veterans in Limestone County are raising money for a war memorial in Ardmore. We'll take a look at how those efforts are going ahead. 48 News Today.
Welcome back. Veterans in Limestone County are raising money to put up war memorials at the Alabama Welcome Center in Ardmore.
Yeah, these memorials would honor Alabama veterans that died in World War I, World War II, and the War on Terror, as well as the Vietnam Veterans of America Chapter 511 are the ones who are raising these funds. Now, on your screen right now, you can see what that memorial will look like. It will be placed next to the Vietnam and Korean War memorials that are already in place at the park. Chapter 511 plans to mount plaques that contain the names of the veterans from Limestone County that died in each war. Although the chapter would love to list everyone in Alabama that lost their lives in those wars, they say that it would be too much to fund a larger memorial. Instead, they're listing a short statement on each pillar to honor those veterans.
Yeah, when the World War I veterans came back, the country was starting the Great Depression, and these guys, probably most of them came out of the field. I'm sure some of them came out of the city, and they were too busy going back to work on the farms to worry about a monument to them. And when World War II came back, there was no interstate. Those veterans were too busy building it. So it's up to us to honor them now.
Not many families that even now don't have grandparents, parents that sacrificed in these wars. I just don't feel like we can do enough.
Chapter 511 Vice President Rick Robertson says that they need about $70,000 to complete the memorials. They have already spent $5,000 for the design.
Now, your first alert weather with meteorologist Eric Burke.
Good morning once again. It is 7:08, or maybe you're watching this a little later in the morning on one of our online platforms, 48 now. But we've got one lone shower here just after 7 o'clock. That should be it for morning rainfall. Today, kind of back to more of a summertime vibe. And it's a shame that they closed a lot of the community pools on Labor Day. They're starting to clean them up, I'm sure. High temperatures today in the mid 80s. Will feel like mid to upper 80s when you factor in that slightly higher humidity. The morning fog, it's gone by about 8:30, 9 o'clock. Turns out to be a mostly sunny day. Temperatures will warm into the upper 70s to low 80s. We are expecting those pop-up downpours and storms. Not anticipating anything too strong to severe today. Probably just heavy rain, some lightning, maybe brief gusty winds. And the model also thinks those showers hang out a little bit later. This is kind of cool looking, but I don't have to drive out in parts of northwest Alabama either. We do have this fog. Should be gone by 8:30, 9 o'clock. Out the door today, temps are comfortable. We warm up into the low to mid 80s. We are expecting those scattered afternoon storms. Had to make some changes to the weekend forecast, especially Saturday. Showers and storms expected as a cold front moves in, but that also means less humidity and a pretty nice day for your Sunday next week. Even looks quite nice as well.
I like all those 80s days, Aaron.
Yeah, you know, I mentioned we weren't totally done with the 90s. We'll see them here and there, but it won't be the norm at least, so that's good.
Yes, it's definitely some good news. All right, thanks so much for joining us here for the Fastcast. Make sure to tune back in for Talking TVL at 10 o'clock, as well as Weather Extra and the noon show. All right, see you later.